Hi friends, it's Doreen, back to Home with Doreen, and today I'm making some fried chicken, making a really small batch. So I thought, why don't you join me today? I've already have some oil heating on the stove. I'm using coconut oil, and I have a whole container plus maybe a quarter cup more. This is like 15.5 ounces. You can use vegetable oil, you can use shortening. We like to use mostly a clean oil at our house, so that's what I use most of the time. So I'm going to start without some seasoning. This is really pretty much close to what I wanted. Making homemade fried chicken is really so easy. And I only make fried chicken probably a couple times a year. I mean, it is easy, but, you know, still it's fried food, so we eat that in moderation. So I'm going to use about a teaspoon of fresh cracked black pepper. And I've seasoned mine differently over the years. Sometimes I've just kept it as basic as salt and pepper. Some people swear by that. Let me know in the comments how you season your fried chicken. I'm going to use a teaspoon of salt. I'm going to use some onion powder. And I don't usually measure. I just kind of like eyeball it. But today we'll have about 3/4 a teaspoon of onion powder. Maybe 3/4 a teaspoon of garlic powder. And I might add a little more salt, because the saltiness does get kind of lost, I think. But I rather start small and then add a little. So I'm not gonna even measure this. A good healthy pinch of cayenne pepper. Now just that little bit isn't gonna make it spicy, but it's gonna give you a nice little something to your fried chicken. Let's use a teaspoon of paprika. So we've done our salt, pepper, cayenne, and last but not least, we're going to add a lot of fresh, or not fresh, dried thyme leaves. Now I didn't measure that out, but I want at least a teaspoon and a half. And you really can just adjust your seasoning how you like it. I'm only making about 4 pieces of chicken, so this is going to really season up my chicken really well. Is anybody on? Hello, good morning or good afternoon. Where are we? We're almost 4 o'clock here in the Pacific Northwest. But howdy. And I'm going to put in, I think I measured 1.5 cups of flour. I'm going to use just all-purpose flour. Hi, friends. Making fried chicken today. Oh. Dump my seasoning right in the bag. And I like to, you can put this in a little bowl. I'll just give it a good shake so it's all, you know, incorporated well, so I don't just have like a lump of salt or paprika in one spot. Just give it a little whisk. Love fried chicken, but I don't make it too often. Let me know in the comments how often y'all make it. Oh, one thing I forgot is we do need some paper towels. Excuse me, I'm out of the shot. Dry that a little bit and then just throw it in here. Now some people, and sometimes I'll dip this in an egg in the milk mixture. I can't talk today. Let's get a little plate. All the Hopefully you can see past my pan. Let me know if you can see past the pan. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. It said, love your cooking. Is it T.O.? I'm still getting used to my progressives. I got new glasses, they're progressives, and so, but thank you. Thank you so much. All right, so like I said, sometimes you can dip that, but I was making it real simple today. Sometimes instead of flour, I use cornstarch, but I think all in all, I really like the flour a little bit more. Boy, cornstarch though can make it really crispy. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, my glasses. She said she love your glasses. Thanks so much. It was a process getting them. I went and I've only had readers and I haven't had regular glasses. And my whole family was like, now I'm shaking off the excess flour and I'm going to put those two and let's do a little taste or a little test here. And I hear a little sizzle, so this is good to put in. And I'm only going to put 2 pieces in at a time. Stand back, so don't want to get splattered. And I'm going to put this down. I'm going to put my timer on for 4 minutes. And sometimes you have to adjust the heat a little bit. Now I have the smaller burner. I have one of those stovetops that has the bigger burner in the front. I have it on the smaller burner. But yeah, my family was bugging me about getting glasses. And so I went. But the first time I got adjusted for it, they didn't have the lens up. I'm cooking fried chicken. They didn't have the lens set right. So I was like, went for like 3 weeks or so. And I'm like, this is not working. I'm like, this is not working. And I went back and they're like, oh, we're glad you came in because those aren't really set right. The lens wasn't at the right position. So, and now I've got them adjusted and they are way better, but I'm still getting just adjusted to progressives. Now I'm running my mouth and I want to keep an eye on the heat. Sometimes I'll turn it down and then I overcompensate it. I put it too far down. So I've got it like on 5. Here, so let me know, friends, when you make a fried chicken. I'm cooking fried chicken. If you use cornstarch or flour for your breading. It's Dorela. Sorry, I'm messing up your name. But thanks so much. Oh, thank you so much. So I'm going to cook this on about 4 minutes per side. And I probably won't make you stay through the whole thing. That might be boring, but I thought if you weren't sure what you're going to make for dinner, maybe I'd inspire somebody to say, hey, I've got some chicken in the fridge. I could make that. And I always feel like fried chicken is just a special little dinner because, I don't know, it just perks up that chicken. I mean, chicken is affordable if you're buying the thighs or the drumsticks. Right, the groceries. Hi, I'm Doreen. But anyways, and it's so expensive to get fried chicken out, right? So you can make it at home. Now the costly part, these chicken thighs were really inexpensive. I'm trying to think of what I paid. Under $8, and I got like 8 or 10 chicken thighs. So when I got home from the grocery store, I went ahead and let me wash my hands. I went ahead and divided up the pack, put some in the freezer so that we can get another meal. So You figure even at $8 a pack, we're going to get two dinners, maybe 3. It's just my hubby and I. So he usually will eat 2 pieces. You know what? On fried chicken, I usually will eat 2 pieces just because it's so super yummy. Sometimes if we're just having like chicken thighs with, like recently I made, chicken thighs with, I braised them for hours in some chicken broth. Oh, it's time to flip. Here, let me turn that off. Yeah, I raised some chicken thighs and some spinach, tomato, and I'm going to take a look and see how we're doing. We are making fried chicken today. Oh, that definitely has to go a little bit longer. If we want it a little golden brown. So let's... Because generally when you make fried chicken, if you're not crowding your pot, it should take about 8 to 10 minutes for a whole piece, depending on how big the piece is. But yeah, chicken thighs, they're a lot more affordable, and I like the dark meat myself because it's nice and moist and tender. Let me know, what about you all? Do you like, hi Isabella, thank you. Thank you for spelling that out. I'm so sorry that I butchered your name. But hi Isabella, how are you today? So let me know, do you like the dark meat of the chicken or the white meat? My daughter, she likes the white meat more. She doesn't like meat on the bone. So for a lot of years, when my kids were growing up, now they're all grown and I have grandchildren. But yeah, we always made a lot of chicken tenders, and I did make white meat for her, but we didn't make thighs too because back when the kids were home, you know, you have more people to feed and got to save some money. Like chicken. Yes, chicken, yeah. What do you like, the white meat or the dark meat? And Isabel, do you make fried chicken? Let me know in the comments. You like the dark meat? Yeah, it's a lot more flavorful. I feel like you can do a lot with it. I mean, I do a lot also with the white meat. I like making chicken parmesan. You don't cook? Well, maybe you'll try some fried chicken because this is so simple. Just got to be careful not to get water by the pan. So when you're rinsing off your hands, dry them good because you get any water in there. It'll splatter. Yeah, okay. So that beeped. And it's still really not exactly where I want it, brownish, but I'm going to flip it on the other side. We can put it back. But yeah, so fried chicken, what are you going to serve with that? Oh, you're 6 years old. Well, yes, I guess you don't cook yet. But you'll learn how to cook. You can help mom or you can help dad. And do you eat fried chicken? So, like I said, we'll probably go ahead and have mashed potatoes with that. That's kind of my go-to combination. If it was a summer, maybe some potato salad or macaroni salad, but it's the middle of the winter, and I live in the Pacific Northwest in Washington State, and we have been having a very mild winter. We're not like the rest of the country that is experiencing all the cold and snow. I'm going to turn this up again. I probably didn't really need to turn it down. I'm putting it back up to 7 because it really should be further along. Like I said, it takes about 8 to 10 minutes for a whole piece. And what you can do too, if you're making a huge batch, you can preheat your oven. Yeah, and put it like, actually, I'm putting mine too high. Let me reset that. You can put it on like, I'm going to do mine at 275. This won't take long, but if you were doing, like, if you were cooking for a whole family and, oh, good, you like to cook, Isabel, that's cool. My grandkids too, some of them like to cook, some of them don't, but when they were a little younger, now my youngest grandchild is 14 and the oldest is 17, and they used to like to cook a little bit more, I think, when they were younger. Now that they're getting a little older, they don't seem as interested in it as much. Or some of them like to do some baking. Mom teach me a little bit. Yeah, that's the best way to learn is through your mom. That's how I became a home cook too. My mother and my grandmother, they taught me a lot about cooking. And I use a lot of their recipes to this day. But yeah, let's serve some mashed potatoes with this. And I might make a little chicken gravy. So I'll take this, while I'm waiting for this to cook, I'll take this opportunity. Usually I'll post like today or tomorrow, and I probably won't post recorded. I have some shorts, but if you want to check out my channel, Back to Home with Doreen, we do everyday meals, like dinners, desserts, appetizers, brunch. We do it for every day and for holidays and special occasions. And I have a lot of yummy recipes in there. So I'd love it if you take the time to check it out. Some of my favorite, let me tell you a couple of my favorite things. So one of my favorite desserts is this guava cake. So years ago, well, quite a few years ago, we lived in Hawaii, and I love all their food. I love the fruits there. And I really got a fondness for guava. I think on our street we had some mango trees and some guava trees. And I saw this recipe a couple years ago on a guava cake. And I made the cutest cake with a heart-shaped top and filled it in with this guava glaze. And it had a sturdy whipped cream around the shape of the heart. You'll have to check it out. I guess to explain it is not quite the same. Maybe I can't do it on a live, but maybe I'll do a short. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll do a little short on that because that cake is so yummy. So that's one of my favorite desserts. You're going to see how it's coming along. I probably should have put the timer back on, but I was talking and didn't. So let's put it on for 2 more minutes. And then I'm going to just take a little, maybe casserole dish and put that. When these are finished, I'll put it in the oven to keep it warm. Especially if you have a big batch, I'm starting to say that. If you're cooking a family-sized batch of chicken, you definitely want to keep the other pieces warm. So you can put your oven like on 200 degrees. So, and I'm going to stay on until at least this first batch is done. Now remember, I'm only doing 2 at a time. I could have easily done 3 at a time. It's going to take a little bit longer cook time. But I only have 4 pieces of chicken, so I'm not going to overcrowd it. And you'll want to, you can check your chicken to make sure it's done. You'll put a thermometer. It should be like 100, and I think it's 180 or 183. So yeah, go ahead and check out my channel. I'd love it if you subscribe and be part of the community. Let me know some of the recipes you like or would like to see as far as like home cooking or for special occasions. And we just came off of Christmas. And I did do a special with my daughter, Hannah Lopez. She has a YouTube channel that she does scrapbooking. And she's really great at telling stories with her pictures. And we collaborated together on a project at Christmas. We talked about a little bit about making scrapbooks for Christmas time, to keep those memories alive. Now there, my timer went off. Let's take a look. See, it's getting browner. Now I used to have a thermometer for my oil, and I haven't had it for a while. I keep breaking them, so I just go by sight of when it's time to put the chicken in there. So I'm going to put it on a little bit longer. But anyway, we did a collaboration together, and her part was talking about and showing us some of the layouts for if you want to journal your Christmas time memories through pictures. And then we did a cookie recipe together. One of our favorite family recipes is called chocolate jumbos. It's molasses. It's kind of like a chocolate gingerbread. It's got a lot of molasses in it, chocolate, and we lived in upstate New York for many years, and that is a regional cookie that's pretty popular there in upstate New York. So we're about ready to take that out of the oven. And I'm going to let it sit on this paper towel a little bit. So and the one side is a lot more crispy, and that's the wonderful thing about doing lives. It doesn't always turn out exactly how you want it. But let's go ahead and put these other in here. Your crust is going to be thicker if you dredge it in a little milk and egg, and then put it in the flour. I'm going to put this in the oven. I want to actually, might have to put I want to test it out. Oh, these are cooking. But yeah, depending on how much of a crust you want, if you dredge it in an egg and milk mixture and then your flour, you'll get a little bit of a thicker crust, or even cornstarch instead. Mom, what is your kids' names? Hannah is my daughter, and my son is Jared. And my daughter loves to cook, and my son loves to eat. So we're pretty good on that temperature. So I'm just going to give it a little pat down. And then I'm going to put this in the oven while I'm waiting for this to cook. But thanks for joining me today. Hope you're inspired to make some fried chicken. And if you make some fried chicken, let me know how it turns out. And it was great talking to you. You all have a good evening. Bye.